Well, good evening, everyone. It's Mad Mystic 007 on September 22nd, 2025. I'm bringing you the video tonight that T. Rains did earlier on Snafu and Snow Charelle promoting nationalist inflammatory rhetoric, profiling Muslims. So let's just get right to it. This is T. Rains' channel, and yeah. Look at it go, 5 hours ago. So,
Huh, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Get off that table. Get off that table. You don't need to be up there, do you? You don't need to be up there, do you?
so purity, so beauty, so beautimous. Okay, let me see if I can get this to move ahead. Okay, there it goes. Okay, hold on, guys. Let's make sure. Ah, there we go.
Good afternoon. I have a lot of important stuff there for you today, so please try to pay attention. Because what I'm going to try to say today
is we're going to learn the class, right? Right. Get your Scooby snacks out. We're going to learn you.
to certain people out there that are on the internet. Involved in certain things behind the screen and entities.
Oh, plural.
That words, just simple words, can create chaos or you name it. So the agenda, well, let me not talk about the agenda right now. Let me bring up the two people I put in the title, Snafu and Snowcrow. Snafu and Snowcrow, you both can't deny the fact that I tried my best to tell you to stop, to tell you to bring peace between you and others like Snowcrow. To try to stop like the cyberbullying on the internet. You may see some otherwise, I get it, but the evidence is here, right? When you got 7 people, 6 people, 5 people, always on one tactics, always, and just like, Paul did yesterday, it was only one person, but Paul's really good at it. So just combine 3 more, 4 more. You can never go anywhere. They'll make their own narrative. That's what happens. You can't say I've not tried to make peace with so many different people. Even the piece of shit scumbag that I believe has done so much stuff that's so horrible that he should be off YouTube or in prison for the shit that he's done to people. I still wish him well because I don't have hatred in my heart for anyone. That means if you change tomorrow and you become a good person, I already forgave you. I don't need to wish you anything in any way, will intend, bad, hate, nothing like that, ever. I don't care if it's Snafu, Snowcrow, or anybody. But I don't believe that's what's happening. I believe there is an agenda way behind this. Now, I have told you repeatedly that I practice Muslim. You all know me for almost 3 years. I have repeatedly said it many times, and even to prove to you more, to really, anyway, I didn't go to a funeral Muslim in my family, right? And I was Cynthia and others went after me. Many different channels.
Yo. Logical Spark. If you don't like my content and you got a problem with it, there are millions of channels on YouTube. I'm a journalist in operations fighting crimes against humanity. If you don't like it, leave. It's that simple. Nobody asked you how your opinion about how I do my journalism, anything of that sort. So you want me to go and tell you to fuck yourself? I will. Go fuck yourself and go make your own channel, and then you can determine what you do on your channel. Okay? Just saying. Hey, Kate, how are ya? Oh, really? So, Snafu, I'm going to expose your videos that you have sent to me stating that you want to kill other YouTubers. How about that? If you want to play your little fucking games and race profiling and race baiting and your crazy cray socialist agenda, we can go for it because I have all kinds of shit on you. Okay? That beats fucking riding brooms for entertainment purposes only, bitch. Yes, Kate. You're totally against who Snafu's promoting. Yes, it's obvious and evident now. Oh, we've got some receipts. You know who is over? Did you see the little wrench over at Goblins? He's collecting money now. Since he was a fence rider and he wanted to see who's going to support him, then he went over. Of course, he's been on that side, the whole, the Marfugali side, the whole time. And the thing is he's a total socialist, nationalist socialist, and he's riding with all of them. Snafu, Snow, Paul, Jack. Oh my God. Nobody cares about what you say. See, I'm purposely putting these up here so we can, documenting, right? Documenting. Yeah. We're looking into your records tonight, Snafu. Oh, yeah, we're looking right into you. Oh, yeah, deep. Like deep dives. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold up. I see your little bitches are triggered. You got Beanie, who's all triggered, going on the panel crying. Ah! You got the crazy hen grannies over there crying like, oh my God, you wouldn't let me go on panel like fucking Bad Apple. Like, if you don't like it that somebody don't let you on their panel, go make them a video. You got your own channel, bitch. And if you don't, create one. Okay? Just saying. So, yeah, crying like little bitches. And then you got Goblin, who thinks I'm going to actually go on his panel. Yeah, right. But anyways, you got him sporting the Phoenix, which the Phoenix is Arizona, Phoenix, and the Rising of the Phoenix. He's broadcasting that, and I know all about that. Yeah, Beanie is just mad because you wouldn't let her up on your channel, and then she got triggered, and she thought she would, make you look bad, but all it did is expose her for her double talk and lies. Lies. Isn't that the Grinch? Yeah, something like that. Anywho, let's go back to this. I'm sorry. Oh, is that true? Okay, well, we're just documenting. Yeah, we're just documenting all of Snafu's rhetoric and slandering and racist remarks. Okay, let's continue. Are you triggered, Snafu?
So he believed that I'm a Muslim. I told him, you bunch of idiots. I don't believe in the rituals anymore. That should tell you that I don't practice any Muslim. You know, maybe a lot of people. On top of that, I had so many people, so many, because I'm a Muslim and they want me off YouTube, and because I'm the opposition, because I'm trying to expose them and put the truth out there, they have called me now, profiled me because I'm a Muslim as a terrorist. That would apply to Snafu Snaps. That would apply to Snow. That would also apply to Venus. That would apply to even Apple, even though we're under terms. I'm not trying to bring his name in there, but I just have to make sure I state it as it happened. And also people that, you know, the neighbors and also the stuff that happened besides that. So if you claim that I am a terrorist on the internet, which I told you many times before, Snow and Snafu and others, that is a serious fucking claim. Serious claim.
It's so serious. Yes, it is.
Now, remember when Snafu fabricated, got a video about 4 weeks ago, I think on Mad Mystic, or I don't know, I forgot what channel. I have something to show you. I think it was OTW. Hey, look at Tark the terrorist. And then he says, I'm not saying it's 100% him, but come on, you guys tell me, hear his voice. And, you know, most people said it was him, so he's implicating that it was me. He said only few said it wasn't me. And the guy that was driving, I guess he was a journalist in Dearborn trying to find this Bazi terrorist. And then what Snafu did that day is he profiled me as literally implying me as a terrorist. So, moving forward, what happened next? It went to another channel, and then it went to also Bad Apple Media. When he came the second time here, and I'm sorry, Bad Apple Media, even though we're at peace, I just have to bring this up real quick. I'm not coming at you that way. I'm not. You've been good, and I actually respect that. No matter what our differences are, I put them aside. But when Bad Apple Media came here and knocked on the door and told the neighbors that, you know, oh, I'm a racist and, you know, terrorist and all the bullshit, he also mentioned to him the Piker situation, which happened in 2021, which he also was, I guess, a liberal. His real name is Hassan Piker. Okay? And he's actually a liberal socialist, kind of. Again, a socialist that has addiction problems, and I looked him up. And what Apple did is he tried to make it look like, well, I'm a Bazi and all that, whatever. And based on Snafu's video and what he implied I was a terrorist, that would imply I'm a terrorist. So he's trying to put the nerve out there that, hey, watch out for your neighbor. He's a terrorist, man, and he's got a safe house and the weeds and all that. So forget all that. I'm trying to bring it to a point here. So all the stuff they've done is tactical. And I asked them repeatedly to back off and stop fucking lying. Because words like this, the words you say out of your mouth, you're responsible for them. Words like this can have a huge fucking impact on somebody like me or the area I live in, where it has a huge Muslim population, also that interacts with like 60%. I mean, like say 50% white and maybe a little black and mixed, but 40% Muslim. That's what it is in Dearborn. So to put fear in people, that goes against. There will be, believe me, there's a rule on that you can actually go to prison for that. To imply threats that someone's a terrorist to create chaos in the neighborhood, or say someone's a terrorist, can get you 5 to 20 some years in jail. So, give me a second.
While he's doing that, I want to share with you guys something I just found. I'm trying to find my receipts on Snafu because, you know, I have them. I just have so many receipts. So, but I want to share this with you. This is a receipt of Jack. This is a, wait a minute. That's not the one. Damn it. Hold on. I just had it pulled up. Damn it. Where did it go? Oh, man. Damn. Where did I find that just now? Hold on a minute, guys. Damn it. I just, you know, let me go back to the video. It's gone. Hold on. Maybe it's on this screen. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Is that it? No, that's not it. I need the Google. Okay, that's why. Sorry. Okay, is it on there now? Okay, good. So this is, I found this and I clipped it. And this is Jack. This is me telling him about Scientology cult sign up here. Expose Zach, Hubbard, and Jack. So everybody's forgetting that Jack is teamed up with Zachary Hubbard. And this goes back into Scientology, and everybody's forgetting about that. This was the video. So don't forget about that in the background. I had to put that out there right now for the ones that, you know, need to know. Okay, let's go back to T-Rains.
So, when you all do that, team up together, and you say, I'm the one that's harassing you, which is mind-boggling because I have to go against everyone. I mean everyone. I'm talking about Snow, Snafu, Paul, Jack, all these people that are making claims against me. Fucking, I know Bad Apple has been good, so I'm not gonna mention his name. But in the same, you know, prior to that, he was going crazy on me. But again, I give him credit; he's been good, so I'm not gonna even go there, and I respect that.
Yes.
But what I'm trying to show you is, besides prior to that, I had many people nonstop calling me gay. A character and fame me in any way possible because they don't want anyone to fuck their shit up. Anyone to get in their fucking shit. Yeah, you're right. That's not I did. No brains. But here's the thing I'm trying to get to. That when he had that video, and it brought Bad Apple Media to also, you know, catch on to it and imply that I'm also involved maybe with that and all that. And people like Snow And Venus also, when she got mad, she put fucking on her channel and called me a terrorist. So this is a warning for everyone, because if you use that word against me because I'm a Muslim and you profile me, you can really be in deep legal trouble and go to prison, because it's 100% not true. Now, I said, you know what? Let me debunk Snafu, because I already know what Snafu did. Snafu went out there, put a video, and made sure he said that, you know what? I'm just saying, I mean, it sounds like him, and everybody I asked says it sounds like him, and it looks like him, which looks nothing like me or my brothers. So I finally said, okay, let me look up this fucking guy, Hassan Pike, and also the other people in the Bazi terrorists and all that. So I looked him up. The guy, Hassan Pike, is literally an LGBTQ leftist socialist. Addiction. He's got so many things. You can just go look him up. I didn't even know who he was until I looked him up today. So I don't have no idea who he was till today, but I looked him up, and it was fucking pathetic to even bring that up. But here's the bigger point here. I said, you know what? Because Snafu's claiming, Bazi is a terrorist. I said, I'm gonna look up the terrorists, like the people from the Bazi community, because it's a huge fucking family, and see who has any Bazi has ever been put in jail or charged with terrorist activity. So I looked it up. Now give me a second. Let me go to this, and I'm gonna show you, so you can see it for yourself. And you can also, anything I say, I want you for yourself to look it up yourself. Anyone. And I'm not reading the chat much because I'm totally focused on this. I have a lot of material, and I'm trying to get it short. I'm not going to stay here too long. But hold on one second.
Okay, you guys, I'm finding way too many juicy receipts here, so I gotta share them. Hold up, let me make sure I get it. Oh yeah, it's in my Google Photos. Sorry, I'm just like, wow. Look at this one. So yeah, when Kate's talking about like videos and pictures of me, if you think it's hearsay, there's the proof right there. Like I said, receipts all day long. I just found another one that I was looking for just now that it's excellent, because that's what I needed to send lawyers, so that's great. I'm happy about that. Found something I needed. So yeah, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, guys. Take care of that. This is when I first met Randy, and he first flew in. This first night I ever met Randy, and we did a live stream. Kevin, this is who I was trying to think of his name the other day. Kevin. Okay, so basically I just wanted to share that for a minute. Hold on, I want to share another one, but hold up. Because I found some Jack receipts, and I'm not quite sure what they are, but let's go to these receipts really quick. Because, yeah, look, Kate, you're obsessed. More targeting of Kate. Then here's Snow targeting her ex-boyfriend, saying, oh, you got meth. You got meth, Tommy. Yeah, targeting my friend. Yeah. I've got it all. I want to see what this
No,
is.
that's the good one. No, Steven, since that's the fake Venus cupcake, that's the good one. That's the good Venus cupcake.
I can't hear it.
Oh, okay.
I can't hear
The
it.
other
Real
one is
Venus
penis
has no
cupcake.
yeah.
The other one's penis cupcake. She sounds like a guy trying to do a girl's voice. She doesn't. Her voice doesn't quite seem like she's legit female. Britt knows.
An actual Venus cupcake. She was in a punk band when she was young, and she's still there. And she don't realize she's a washed up, dried up, stinky dick licker.
Yeah. I figured she was a dried up cunt. I think that Don't Judge Me gets juicier than Venus, I bet. She probably still
Don't
gets
Judge Me
more.
at least.
Yeah.
Don't Judge Me's got to be like a decade plus behind Venus. Easy.
Yeah.
She's like the aunt that's like in the rock band from like the 80s that you hang out and like, you know, smoke pot with.
Everyone feels sorry for her. Teenagers feel sorry for her. They're like, yeah, she's fucking old. She's acting like she's 16 and she's some old bitch.
It's emphasized by the Canadian at the story. They feel sorry for it. Emphasize that from the Canadian. They feel sorry for her.
The 80s are coming back.
Yeah.
Those 80 rock
I'll
band
never be
80s.
back.
That old bitch
Listen,
is
we
never
had
coming
planes crash into a place and we had stay homes and jams. We're never getting the 80s back in DJ. Go to Japan and go get on that neon shit for one night. It's the closest we're gonna get.
Everything
Dude,
comes
really?
back in common.
Like,
I'm going to have to rewatch that because I could barely hear it, but epic, epic. All right, let's return back to T-Rains. I got to find some more receipts. Oh, yeah, Snafu. Yep.
I mean, I even looked up the Department of Justice, and I got the file myself. But I'm gonna show you something so we can get this debunked and done with, to show you why they're like why Snafu Snaps, Snow, and others, all of them, Hank, everybody when they say this shit. But especially the people that are using now, to me, they're using the word because I'm a Muslim, and they're using the word I'm a terrorist, or even implying that I am. And I've said it many times in chats. I have all the screenshots. Here we go. There was only one Bazi Lebanese that was found to have terrorist activity, and he was put in prison, and he is not from Dearborn. You fucking lying motherfuckers. You, Snow, and also when Bad Apple Mia ran with it. Bad Apple Mia, check your facts. If you didn't, I'm going to show you right now who the person is. And he's also a Belgian. Person. He has dual, I guess, what do you call it? Citizenship or something like that. Yeah. But his name is Mohammed Abraham Bazi. He's not from Dearborn. But what he did is he was found guilty of like putting money in chain restaurant here, and one guy in Dearborn, they got also hit for fraud, not for terrorist activity. But I'll show you the report. Give me a second.
Just remember, I'm the one that said Tarek was not the one in the video, just for the record, and it's on my channel, because Snafu and all of them were trying to gaslight him, and that's just not him. And he's going to expose to you guys who this man was that you guys were trying to gaslight, that was him or somebody he knows.
So we can move on with this stupid shit. Yeah, fuck Paul. Paul's the biggest liar in the world. No respect for him. He's a liar. He doesn't stand for anything. So here we go. Let's see if you can read it, but I'll read it for you. No problem. So it says, according to public records, Mohammed Ibrahim Bazi, a Lebanese Belgian businessman, was found guilty of conspiracy to evade USA sanctions imposed because of his role as a financer for Hezbollah, which is they say it's a terrorist organization. Sorry. A designated foreign terrorist organization where his activities involve a restaurant chain in Metro Detroit. The case and the conviction were handled in the federal court in New York. Like, the guy wasn't even convicted here. He's not even from Dearborn. He's from Belgium, and he's also a businessman. Now let's go a little further. Hold on. Conviction in March. This thing took like 7 years or more to get him convicted, because he went actually to a different country, and actually the Armenian people actually caught him and brought him to USA, so he had to be sent to New York to get his sentencing. So it says here, in conviction in March 2025, Mohammed Ibrahim Bazi was sentenced after pleading guilty to conspiracy to conduct unlawful transactions involving a special designated global terrorist involved in connection to Michigan. The conspiracy involved Bazi secretly investing $7 million to revive the Lashish restaurant. Lashish restaurant is known from a long time ago. They have already shut it down like 10 years ago for this reason. So when I tell you, you bunch of idiots, when you make claims against me, and I tell you I'm not even religious, I'm not even a practical Muslim, and then you imply and call me a terrorist as a Muslim to profile me, you are putting me in a dangerous situation when I get out in my area, and also causing chaos in the neighborhood where I stay. But here's the thing. Outcome. Hold on, it went too fast. Here we go. You see that? Look it up. Not outcome. After spending 2 years in custody, Bazi was sentenced time to serve and face deportation. Now, not a resident of Dearborn, while the Lashish restaurant were in Metro Detroit. Bazi was not a Dearborn resident. So Snafu snaps this video that he got out for you. That was orchestrated and scripted on purpose to imply and tell everybody. And he also I believe he did that to make me look like I'm a terrorist as a Muslim, because he wants me to back off, which I'm never going to back off. Now, I want you to understand one thing, Snow, like I told you before, Venus, Snow, anyone, because I'm a Muslim and I've been nothing but kind to everybody. And I try to bring peace to everybody, try to make sure if I can bring peace on the panel with people that don't agree with each other, whatever the case may be, I try to help out as much as I can. Now, when you make those accusations, I also looked up, has there been any Bazis in Dearborn arrested for anything, right? Now, here's one name. I only found like 4, and you guys can look them up yourself. But here's one name that came out, and I want Snow and anyone, Snafu Snaps, to imply and profile me, because I'm a Muslim, that I'm a terrorist. If you call me a terrorist in the chat. Here's a person that is a Bazi. His name is Brandon. Hold on. I'm going to show you. You make it smaller or bigger so you can see it. There we go, right there. Let me see. You're not going to see it. I'll read it. You can look it up yourself. It's easy. Brandon Bazi. In February 2024, this is not too long ago, a Michigan man named Brandon Bazi was sentenced, to prison for false report or threat of terrorism, which what? Snow, Snafu Snaps. Venus only put the title on her chat, which also implies, she says in a way that I am a terrorist and profile me as a terrorist. This man is a Bazi, and I guess he made some false report or a threat some way, and he is in jail for doing that, and also after later a bomb threat in Kalamazoo on TV, which I guess was found out that it was not a bomb, but that's what happened. So I want to show you that I looked all this stuff up to make sure, is there any Bozzies that are, in Dearborn that are at all been convicted, investigated? I looked everything up. The only thing I found is like maybe 4 or 5, one for fraud, one for other shit, one for embezzlement, and one for Brandon for making false claims on someone that he's a terrorist and terrorism stuff. So when you get people on the internet that have a socialist, I believe, socialist agenda to come after this country as a Republican and divide it.
Yeah, let's talk about divide. Let's talk about divide. Oh, little Rico Suave with his Ritz Bits fucking cracker avatar. Look at this fucking trolling lefty, cray, probably National Socialist clown, clowning around in my chat because he's triggered by truth. Look at you go. Look at you crays go. Are you Antifa lately? Huh? I'm just wondering. Just asking questions. Yeah, go make me a video. Nobody's making you stay here, and if they're paying you to be here, they need to train you harder. Okay? Just saying.
And play all these power games in groups. This is what not go. I told you a long time ago. I don't care who you work for. There is a law. And obviously you don't know some things that could happen. It doesn't matter if you are, working with the Gilbert police or not. When you make shit like that and go over the line and profile somebody just because I'm Muslim, you would be facing also prison charges, just like Snow would be, and anybody else. Now, I would say Venus never called me. I don't know if she called me a terrorist, but she put the title on this, so I would leave it at. So now,
Okay, his sound went out, so we're just gonna fast forward it till I see his thing move. Okay. Getting closer. There we go. Look at me go! Look at me go! Woo! Oh, I love triggering you bitches. Yeah. It's so much fun. Come on. I need some sound there. T-Rains.
I have to pause it for a second. Like, make sure you understand what you said there. So he made sure he showed you also the person that walked in there and that was asking the mayor and all that, right? Now you all have to understand. Here's where maybe I try to explain to you. Both parties are playing the game. So when the mayor of Dearborn says, I'll make a parade and then you are not here to coexist, that could all be true, because here's the thing that you don't know, right? And I don't know what's in the mayor's heart. I don't know if this thing was just because he got emotional, and because this man has been actually many places, I guess, where he's, which he has the right to, freedom of expression, to get on the sidewalk and express himself. But the person that you saw in court that nobody told you at the beginning, he is a minister, a Christian minister. So that means automatically the Christian minister, whoever is backing that man up, they have their own agenda. That's why I don't get into religion anymore. All religions have an agenda. So they made sure, what I believe is they picked a minister. They made sure it was a white person, a minister, in Dearborn to go ask a very specific question about an event that happened, I guess, in Beirut, but that was not why. The main question is that he's going after is why was the street named after a person that owns the American Arab newspaper in Dearborn, and his name is Osama Siblini, and why his name was put on a street sign. So the question was not a small question. I believe the mayor and the guy before he spoke to the mayor, they were trying to do their best not to let him, whatever his agenda was, they knew he had an agenda, not to discuss it. But here's one thing they never showed you, which I'll show you later. Right? Well, I have to finish this to show it to you. Let me finish this first, and I'll show you what they did not show you in the newspaper and show you the agenda here.
Respectfully, with those, we have other points of view. And Lisa, brass tacks here, in my opinion, went even further than that. Here we have a respectful minister bringing to the city council's attention the fact that they are naming street signs after terrorist organizations' sympathizers. And the
Oh my God, hold on. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Oh my God. Where did Snafu get the word sympathizers? I want you all to hear it now. I'm making sure I'm bringing you top-notch news now. So when I tell you the YouTube platform and the mainstream and others, they have an agenda, and most of them use the same words, same tactics, believe me. As you saw right there, she said sympathizers, just like Snafu Snap says. Let's continue, shall we?
There at the celebration, in no way even acknowledging
Okay. Well, while that's coming through, I gotta address the chat. We got Rico Suave with his Ritz Bits avatar because he's so fucking like artistic and creative and all. He's running his mouth. He needs a hobby. He likes shit, so have a baby. So he's saying that T Reigns and Mad Mystic need to have a baby. He needs your womb, Mad Mystic. Listen, we're already parents, okay? Maybe you're the one that needs a baby. It looks like you're the one projecting, like, yeah, I don't know, projecting lately. And guess what? Lawyers cost funds called money, called currency. I don't know what planet you live on, but nothing is free in this world. And anything that has something that says free attached to it, run the opposite way. Okay? I'm not triggered. I'm just engaging in chat. Why would I be triggered over some troll like you? Who cares? I'm so triggered. Oh my God. Come on, T Reigns. They're messing with his feeds because it was good for a few days and then it went back to this. Yeah. They're totally targeting him. Oh yeah. Trust me, I've been around in this game for a while. I know all the techniques. Let's move this Fox News garbage. Oh, God. Most puppety motherfuckers. Sellouts.
The same thing's going to happen on the internet.
Traitors to America.
Right? Some people just don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Which is fine.
Yeah, let's listen to what he just
Fox
said.
News is so corrupt, and I'm going to keep exposing you people. It's unbelievable. I'm going to show you why I'm going to expose these people. Hold on. And that's why the same thing's going to happen on the internet. Right? Some people just don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Which is fine.
Look at this brilliant motherfucker, Lemon Tart. I know you're a cray-cray Antifa. Yeah, I've seen you around. Yeah, I've seen you around way back in the day. Yeah, trust me. Listen, that's my opinion. Okay, so listen. Do you think that I don't know that I'm not on a public platform? I'm on a public platform using third-party recording software. Oh my God, I'm being fucking recorded. You and your Snafu tactics. I trained Snafu and the CIA to be better agents when Snafu is a cray-cray running on the Socialist Party. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was going to be going after Oracle. I was going after calling out for veterans because I stand with veterans on charity fraud that was done on veterans through Cards for Heroes, through Marfugal TV, Marfugal News, and DEX, the Digital Experience, his co-host, that has many patents with Oracle. So again, Snafu and his socialist agenda with his buddies and their targeting of people and their families and children is being exposed, just like you. Yeah, I was involved with years of exposing charity fraud on veterans. Exactly. We're all independent whistleblowers, and for all these years, we've always said that, and I've always said, and they've always said that. That's why I'm my own lone zebra grazing, because we all have our own tactics and skills, and you know that everybody does their own thing. But Snafu has an own agenda with his group of gang stalkers and gaslighters and people targeting families and children. There's one thing to be a journalist and expose things. There's another thing when you go after people's families and children. Okay? So don't sit here and talk to me about your fucking trolley shit, because you're not the one that's involved in exposing crimes against humanity, racketeering, and entities that are controlling these groups that are targeting individuals and their families and children. Period.
So at the end, the lady with the red, she said, "Oh well, you voted for this guy. He's spreading hate. If you vote for him again, you're supporting him and you like him, right?" And they made sure the other lady with the blonde hair said, "Well, yeah, he also said something about that we will fight in rockets or whatever to protect Palestine." Now try to understand one thing. Access, if you want to come up, you can join, because this, you're just gonna see what I got. I got more videos to see how. Remember Access? How me and you talked, and Mad Mystic, I believe, also was listening that day when we said there is. Oh no, she was on panel when we said, when you said actually that, you know, the National Guard is already in different states, and they'll eventually, you know, potentially be in Dearborn, or I mean in Detroit, where it'd be in Michigan, and that's the point. So remember when I first brought this up, and thanks to Mystic, she's the one that got me. I wasn't thinking about Dearborn having the officer. She brought it up to my attention, and now I'm digging all deep into it, because as you see, 2 weeks ago when I did the drive to expose them on all the bullshit they did, it was just the police officer. But no, it didn't stop there, right? Now it went to the mayor, right? Another tactic, right? So it started with the agenda from Patrick David and his panels claiming all the stuff about the airport, the Sharia law, and all the shit about Dearborn and Dearborn Heights and all the bullshit, right? Then that was not good enough. After I debunked that, me and others, they said, okay, another tactic. Just like Snafu Snaps and others, no, they have their own tactic, keep changing them. They have the same thing. So what they did is they made sure, I believe, is they sent a minister to the city hall right after 9/11, right after Charlie Kirk died, and made sure asked a very, very difficult question to ask. And I can't explain to you now. I would have to talk to somebody smart like Access, or somebody that can understand what I'm saying, because you're not going to understand it. It's too deep in politics, too deep in organization, too deep in terms of a global issue and a global agenda and a national agenda, all of it together. But I'm going to drop the link just for Access, nobody else. Only Access is allowed up on the panel at the moment. And I'm going to share with you the real video that they never showed you. Remember, they showed you the little cut video, they cut and paste, and they wanted to prove their point and all that, right? before I get into specifics about the street name and why this minister came to talk to him, and now there's a huge controversy and I'm telling you, like 30 channels. I'm not joking. 30 channels just on today about this. So they are starting their shit, just like it's exactly how he predicted. But let me play this video, and I'm gonna get you up the access. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get you up. Hold on. Where did I go here? I lost count. There we go. Let me get access. I'm sorry, access. I'm still looking for this thing. Take forever. Access. How are you, sir? Welcome. And how you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. They naturally games are being played, but I'm very curious. I've been listening to you and your presentation, and I'm at your service, sir.
No, I appreciate it, access. Oh yeah, I'll go deeper, me and you, in this a little bit later, because I'm gonna try to explain to these retards and people that don't understand what's really going on and why words, when you call somebody like a terrorist and you profile them, especially because you want them to back off and using it as a weapon, that you can go to jail. Because I found out one person just from Abazi. I mean, what a coincidence. I said, let me look up in the Dearborn area, has there been any Bazis that have been arrested for terrorist activities? There's been none in Dearborn. Only one Bazi that I mentioned earlier, which he's a Belgian. All right, and he did some business with people from Dearborn. I guess maybe he has a dual citizenship. So I looked all that up, but I also brought up a guy named Brandon Bazzi. If you look him up on Google, don't trust me, I'm giving you information. He got charged for also false report and threat of terrorism. Just remember that. And other maybe stuff, but false report. So if you Snow or Snafu or even Venus making a title saying Tardik is a terrorist, if you claiming I am because I'm a Muslim and profile me, you'll be subjugated to this shit. I'm just letting you know.
And that is absolutely 100% fact. Especially during the climate that we're in now and the social disarray that's going on across the states, and especially reaching out to other entities and countries, identifying, profiling, or subjugating someone to being something is not only slanderous, but there are accusations that are federally protecting you against those types of allegations today, especially in the Muslim community. It goes beyond calling someone an asshole or making some type of slanderous accusation against their character. No, this is a threatening statement with targeted individual potential from government, law enforcement. You could destroy somebody's life completely with the word terrorist. That's how heavy the implication goes, because it goes beyond just local law enforcement. It goes to a government level. And at that point, misidentifying someone as a terrorist and causing them any type of investigation, harm, punitive damages, whatever, falls back on the party that called you a terrorist.
Tarek's getting highly targeted.
Hey there, Tarek. Did you lose connection again?
You lost
I
connection.
noticed your last couple streams, you've been roboting a bit.
Oh, I'm roboting right now?
No, you just...
Hold on 1 second. Am I roboting right now, access, or am I good?
No, you're good. But the last couple of live streams that you've done, you've had some pretty heavy roboting.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're like. I try my best with people.
Yeah, see, right now you're barely even coherent because of the roboting.
Oh wow.
I don't know why people in the chat aren't letting you know that you're roboting when you're roboting, but if you're a moderator or you have a wrench, they should be letting you know immediately that you're roboting. We still there? We still have a connection? But anyhow, making accusations that someone is a terrorist without proof, without any factual evidence, and just by allegation is in a kind of a funny way, a retrospect back onto them as being terroristic. It falls under the same thing as terroristic threatening, slander, defamation. I mean, and those hold heavy implications whenever you start attacking someone's religion, belief system, making false allegations that have political implications. I mean, people get killed over this shit. And they will hold you 100% responsible for allegations such as, that's what I've been collecting all this data for, is, not only slander, defamation of character, misinformation as far as putting me in harm's way, and the sad part is now that I know that Ian is listening from We Are Awake, he's deleting all his videos from his channel. So I don't know what kind of controlled opposition or whether he's, what his situation is, but he was a victim.
Yeah. Did you hear me better, Access?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you better. You sound a little distant, but I can hear you better. But anyhow, I just got the message this morning that Ian is deleting every video from his channel.
Wow. I'm assuming it's got to be a reason.
We
don't have to talk about it. I'm assuming there is, though.
Yeah, I really don't want to go into the details of it.
Yeah, it's fine. I read.
I'd rather keep that behind the scenes for the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, he's going through and he's wiping his entire channel of all the videos and all the residue. There's a reason that happened from yesterday to today.
Okay, wait. Who is he talking about? Because I had to go get a Sprite. So what was that? Who is he talking about? Because I was wondering this earlier. I missed it earlier too.
Yeah, it's fine. I read.
I'd rather keep that behind the religion, belief system, making false allegations that have political implications. I mean, people get killed over this shit. And they will hold you 100% responsible for allegations such as, that's what I've been collecting all this data for, is, not only slander, defamation of character, misinformation as far as putting me in harm's way, and the sad part is
downloads?
Now that I know that Ian is listening from We Are Awake, he's deleting all his videos from his channel.
Ian, that clown. Yeah.
So I don't know what kind of controlled opposition or whether he's, what his situation is, but he was a victim.
Yeah. Did you hear me better, Access?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you better. You sound a little distant, but I can hear you better. But anyhow, I just got the message this morning that Ian is deleting every video from his channel.
Wow. I'm assuming it's got to be a reason.
We
don't have to talk about it. I'm assuming there is, though.
Yeah, I really don't want to go into the details of it.
Yeah, it's fine. I read.
I'd rather keep that behind the scenes for the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, he's going through and he's wiping his entire channel of all the videos and all the residue. There's a reason that happened from yesterday to today.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
I know who reached out to Ian.
that's why Access. I've been telling these people, like even like Tommy brought up yesterday and said that he remembers from a long time ago that there's other people in like a Discord that are telling exactly what most of these channels, or not all, most of these channels, what to do. And there's other stuff that's going on behind the scenes, organizing this stuff. People don't understand. There is.
Well, Tarek, after this stream, you really need to give me a call because I had a considerable amount of information break this morning. Concerning parties that are involved, information, moves that were being made, the screenshots that I would like to show you. I mean, there's going to be a lot of deleting, there's going to be a lot of backpedaling, and there's going to be a mutual quiet that's about to take place. So be aware of that. Save everything that you have, every last clip you have, everything, and open record it.
Oh yeah, no, I do. I have a lot of things, so it's there. And what I want to go into a little bit, just to get that, I want to get the Dearborn thing out of the way to show people like what really happened.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm going to show the video in a second, but I have to get my chew, so that's why I'm going to get it real quick. But here's the thing. When they showed you the video on Fox, they just clipped it and showed you the guy said something. They didn't tell you who the guy was. Nothing. The guy's a minister. The guy has been in many different places, mosques, which he's allowed to. He has the right to go and, to do free speech, free expression, and stuff like that. But here's the thing. They only showed you a little clip. If you see the original clip, which I have, because it's live today on the Dearborn website, because they have addressed it, and maybe they addressed it because they seen some videos, whether it's mine or somebody else, they seen it, said they're going to address it. So they made sure they replayed it and made sure they showed the entire footage.
Yes. Hey, Tarek. Good to see you. Yes, I know they were talking about Ian and Awake TV. I heard that after a while. You got quite the fan club in the chat, as you can see.
Not the footage they showed you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Now, some people have connections. Some people may be able to connect with certain people and make sure they show the entire video today so we can all see it. But here's what I'm trying to tell you. When the guy came in to ask the mayor, because he's a Muslim now, remember the fear, about that situation, why is this street named after this person that literally doesn't support Hezbollah and Hamas? He supports the resistance. There's a big difference, and I'll explain what I mean later. That's why if I have to get into this, I have to explain to you.
Hezbollah and Hamas are considered by the United States terrorist organizations.
100%. I agree. No, I do. That's why I don't want to get, I need somebody with intelligence to explain so they can understand why these people are brainwashed, why someone may say something like this here. Now, here's what I'm saying, though. When they asked them that question, and they literally asked them about why are you having these two streets named or a street name after this person, the guy under him with the glasses, and I'll show the video, he told them, this is not under Dearborn jurisdiction. This was done by Wayne County. We have no authority to even pull it off if we wanted to. He told them very specifically, if you want to address that, you have the right to address it. And if you don't have the website, whatever, you can go to the Wayne County and address it with them on that. That is not a Dearborn case.
No, they can go to the Wayne County City Council or Wayne County County Council, district council.
Exactly. But what they did, I believe, Rat Blood, is they made sure he was a minister, made sure he was Christian, made sure he was white, made sure he asked this specific question, even though it does not apply to Dearborn. That means they can't do anything about it, no matter what. They have to go to Wayne to change it. The guy still asked the question again and made sure he said in there, well, these terrorists are supporting Hezbollah. So you understand that they're trying to cause chaos here between Christians and Muslims, because as the Fox News says, 40% only in Dearborn are Muslims. There's like 40% white and maybe the other mixed.
Exactly, and that's what we were discussing. As far as the political agenda of division that they're utilizing certain media, like I told you, it's media weather.
Yeah.
Unless you're there, like you were, boots on the ground, showing exactly that this is a false narrative, The rest of the country doesn't know.
Exactly.
So they'll buy into this man-made media weather, and that's what it is. And half of, if not more of the fucking country aren't even intelligent enough to realize that this is a type of propaganda that is being utilized against the American people under this administration's agenda to divide and conquer. And unless you're boots on the ground or you're there in Dearborn, you're not going to know that this is not an actual situation that's happening.
No. And I'm so glad. Glenn, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish and I'll comment.
That was done through the Obama administration when they got rid of the Smith-Month Act, which said that they could not utilize propaganda against the American people. Well, this is media propaganda. So they're going to amp and raise divisional fear between Christian, Muslim, probably even Hindu and Jew, as a type of propaganda, national media weather, because that Smith-Month Act protected us from it at one time, which it does not any longer.
Yes, I agree. So, 1 second. I'm sorry. 1 second. I'm sorry about the disturbance. This gas station has... No, they play music, and I'm trying to get my chew real quick. But, yes, I agree with you. That's what they're doing. And I'm glad that you said this even 2 or 3 weeks ago when we talked about, like, the, what do you call it, National Guards, and that's what they're doing. We talked about that in details, and you can see it now by just words. One person coming in there, picking the right person from the other people, coming in there, and now you got almost chaos. Literally 30 channels today. I'm not joking. I looked at 30 channels. It's all over them. And I'm going to show you another older channel that's more of a like maybe like I don't want to say white, but it's more of like a white maybe perspective. I don't know if they're activists. I'm not sure, but you can see it and how much they're feeding into this.
Kind of the Anglo-Protestant perspective as opposed to the Muslim.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like something like that. I don't know what they were. I watched it. I had to watch a lot of videos to get to the bottom of this, and to get to the bottom of Snafu's video that he brought up on me and said under Hassan Pike and all the stuff that was brought up. I looked all that up today, and I made sure I debunked it because yes, you can look it up yourself. Go to any fucking website. One Bazi was arrested for terrorist activities. His name was Abraham Mohammed Bazi. He's from Belgium, but he did stuff here with a big chain, which it was only for money stuff. But it is what it is. I'm not talking about that. I just want to make sure I debunk Snafu's lie and somebody else that came and said, "Oh, he's doing this."
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's highly necessary, especially for what we're investigating and what we're uncovering here, because this leads to an agenda. It's like I asked you the other day, what religion is AI? Since we're going under Stargate infrastructure for 10 years, what religion is it? See, they want to divide, conquer, and eliminate any fundamental religion and bring it under a more of a technological idealism instead of a personal, agendaed, doctrinated religion, so that they get less resistance.
Yes, I totally agree. It's just sad that like some of the people, like you said, that don't even live in Dearborn, don't know any, like, don't even know. Like, I want to kind of go into a deep dive into why this happened to show you, but which I can. But I would be naming very important people in Dearborn. And believe me, if you guys think, here's one thing I can say openly. When you see a mayor in any city, and you see the mayor, and you think, if you think the mayor is the one that holds the power with this position because he's been elected by, the public as an elected official, right? Which is true. But the real truth is, the wealthy people and the people that are in power behind the scenes are controlling the mayor. He's just the face. The face. Yeah.
Even whenever I was with it was Washington County. I was everybody knows I was a councilman at large. We still had to answer to the state in the federal government. Even though we had, control over the funding and the development of the, Fredericksburg and Washington County, we still had to answer to the state, and then the state had to answer to, the larger aspect of what is America, the government, the fundamental Congress, the, powers that be. I think that
Wow, wait. Did Axis just say he was in some seat of the government? Wow. That's interesting.
the best way to approach a situation in a political situation of this nature is for there to be a mass amount of attention brought to a congressman. Congress holds the key to a lot of things. And when you put pressure on a congressman, then you're putting pressure on the heart of, Washington. And they're trying to eliminate that. Nobody's thinking in that manner. They're thinking either way above or way below, but they're not looking at the factual context that can be brought to light when a congressman is put on the spot. And even these platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, X, they all have to abide by certain guidelines and rules. They're not just freelance corporate platforms that can run rampant.
No, they can't, because we all know X, just like you mentioned the other day, in England, it's so fucking censored and they control people that if you put a tweet on X and it goes against any of their policies, any of the things, they will pick you up and take you to jail. That simple.
Yes, and not only that, but for our socialist Canadian buddies,
Twinkies.
they can go to jail for a lot less.
Yep.
Misidentifying gender, making false accusations, discrimination, subjugation,
Yeah.
So all this shit that they're pulling on social media here in the States via YouTube, they're still subject to the laws of Canada, socialism. And believe me, there's some harsh laws out there about, your verbiage.
Yeah. Yeah, and not only that, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have a lot of information. All of it has been, like you said, screenshotted, recorded, open air, and all that stuff. Not only they're using tactics like this Snafu, Snow, and others to profile me because they want me to back off, or anybody else. They use different tactics. Not only they're using it as a terrorist and plan threats, and you're only safe house neighbors and all the stuff, check your daughters, all the stuff they do, right? Also,
Right.
For example, Snow and others, I won't name their name because he's been good, so I ain't gonna name his name. They have texted me privately many times and wished me to die and told me to fuck my daughters and all kind of shit. So when Snow, you put in text, I feel molested, how the fuck you on?
If that's the case, then, Tarek, I feel anally violated by over 90% of the panelverse. If you want to play
Exactly.
that type of game, I feel like I have been ass raped and sodomized by 90% of the panelverse.
Yes, I agree. Repeatedly, not just once, repeatedly, and still going on.
Yes, absolutely. You know, so if you want to play that game, that's just a game that holds no significance just because it's a feeling. You know, that has no no real world consequences, such as the crossing over of social media into real life, or misinformation that could be harmful, damaging, or disrupting to someone's well-being.
Exactly. Because if you take me or you, have I ever went to someone's house? Have I ever called you what you're not, like profiled you? No, not have I threatened you in many ways? Have I seen tactics? All the stuff they do, it's all, like I said, tactics to an agenda,
Yes,
which is
yes,
sad.
absolutely. And
Because it doesn't hold water, like you said. But go ahead, Access.
well, that's why, you know, I brought up to you about the technological state of things, you know, and how they're implicating it. You know, you can't have a universal or even a national. You can't have a universal or an international state of AI governance with multiple aspects of religious point of views. It's too diversified, which thus brings in the totalitarian, fascist agenda.
Exactly. Because if you look at a lot of the people that we're dealing with just on YouTube, that they're all pretty much, most of them, I would say, liberal, socialist, and that's, they act exactly like I showed the other day, how the congressman woman for Michigan, the Palestine one that was picked to be in there, was also out of line. Like other people, they're all out of line. They don't care. They have the same things, and they lie all the time.
Yeah, it's an agenda, and you know, it even though she wasn't a good representative, and now I understand why, and I can see why Kamala Harris was put in the position she was put in, and the way that she was displayed, the way that she was displayed.
Yeah.
And you know, it makes perfect sense to me now.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just trying to find this thing.
That's all right.
You're good. I'm trying to get it to 12 minutes, and that's where it starts. I'm going to show the difference in what happened with this person, how they lied. Here we go. I got him. Hold on one second.
And you can file transcontinental law, and you can file trans international law.
Sorry, Access, I'm hearing you. I had it, and I'm trying to back it up, and I skipped it. I'm almost there.
And I don't like what's happening.
All right, I got it. Hold on one second. Let me do this. Close my windows. I have to go outside because the signal's already fucking with it. So give me 1 second to close my windows so you can hear it clearly. I want to show the real live video, not the one they scripted, encrypt and all that. The real one.
Right.
So you can all know for yourself how to actually take the time, like I did for a couple hours today, to do this. I'm gonna go full screen so I can see it. And hold on.
Sure. Do what you gotta do.
I would like to
I got you guys.
about the fact that sorry, I always forget. Okay, 10 Farnham, you have one resident. And I'd like to talk about how 2 intersections have been named after Mr. Omar Siblani.
And then I'd like to pause it right there. He said Omar Siblani. You heard that correctly, right?
Yes.
His name is not Omar. His name is Osama. O-S. How is a minister that is coming to do this, and I believe he was sent there to do this, but let's just say he wasn't. Either way, how do you get the name wrong when it's very important to you that you're so outraged that they put a street sign, which you have the right to be, missed the spelling, but let's go ahead.
Okay, let's try again. I want to talk about how 2 intersections have been named after Mr. Osama Siblani.
Oh, he did say Osama. I'm sorry. I messed up. I take it back.
Okay, and so I'm sure you've done a lot of good things for the community, starting the Arab American News. But one thing I'm very concerned about, which I think a lot of people in Dearborn would be concerned about, I mean, I could just read his direct quotations. I'll read a couple of them. These are from 2022. So, yeah, he talks about how
tell us what the issue is. Yeah, Commissioner, reading things, can you just tell us what your concern is?
Yeah, my concern is he's a promoter of Hezbollah and Hamas. And then,
Mr. Barham, and Mayor, correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you, Councilman Abraham. But your point, you're free to address your point, which I just wanted to make sure you're aware. The sign that was placed in that area is a county road and was done by the Wayne County executives out of the control of the city of Dearborn, the city council. Mayor, is that correct? The sign that was placed it's being placed on Warren Avenue, which is a county road, and that was done by the county. The county did it, so we can get you the list of their meeting, and you could go there and speak to the county commissioners, but we did not have the authority to overrule that or to suspend it. So I want to make sure you knew that. So the Wayne County Commission is the one that approved that. It's the road of the county, and they're the one that placed it.
Yes, that's fine, and I do understand that.
Okay, that's all I want to show you what they skipped, right? Access. This is very important. If you, as you see access, you said, "Oh, I do know that." Well, if you do know that, why are you coming to Dearborn City Hall to address this? Question.
Well, to make it, I mean, who's going to get more media coverage there?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Make a larger impact. It's a part of an agenda and an operation. Anybody that knows local and state politics would understand that you go to the largest potential distributor of information media. So you're not going to go to a small council in a county whenever you can go to a much larger district to get better media persuasion.
They kicked me out again. I don't know if you can hear me. Did I get kicked out? Okay. Oh, you're on. Let me go off screen. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get the regular screen. Sorry about that. Here we go. All right. Go ahead. You were saying they go to a larger community, larger area.
Yeah. I mean, and not to back anybody's, behavior, but, I could stand in front of city council here in Fort Wayne and I can raise 9 kinds of hell, but it isn't going to do anything to affect what's going on in Indianapolis and the state influence that I could have. So I would bypass Fort Wayne and go directly to the state capitol and address the situation to get better media coverage.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. And that's why I said access, that him coming, like you said, to Dearborn and addressing this, even though he should have addressed it in Wayne County, he came here to make sure he wants to spark and get media outlet and attention to make division between Christians and Muslims. It's like, yeah, I know that, but I'm still coming here to address it.
Yeah, and they started with Dearborn, and you should know this, several years ago.
Yeah. But a lot of people, like you said, they hear Fox News, like, oh my God, this guy is horrible. Now, I do agree. For example, the way, the guy with the glasses, how he addressed them, that guy has a lot of seasoning in the law, and he's also known in the community. I know all these people. I even know the mayor. The mayor that you see there, I've seen him in events, and I've been into events where they were doing it, and I was there. So now I know him personally. I've seen him like from 3 feet away, so I know what he's about. But the guy with the glasses was very calm, and I think the mayor at the end I think the way he replied, just my opinion, he could have said it way different, where it did not, give this man this media so he can go and say Muslim said I want me out of there. But the question would be access, and I'm not.
You're breaking up, Tech. You're breaking up.
Yeah. Let me go outside. Hold on. All right, how about now, Access?
Yes, very good. Very, very good.
Excellent. So the question was, did the mayor answer that question? Was it out of emotion, or he said it purposely with an agenda?
They're not going to allow him to just speak freely on an open agenda like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm sure everything that was spoke there was pre-addressed and pre-rehearsed. As
Exactly.
you know, this is not a position where, like, FEMA came in during the national disaster when I was a councilman, and they were just filming randomly on site. And then when the media come in, the local media, there was scripted. They asked certain citizens to, address the camera in a certain way. And I was there for that. So
Glad you were.
Yes, it displayed, and people were excited just to be on the local news. I mean,
Of course.
They were tickled to shit. So they took the directions from local media on what the media directed them to do, such as, can you give us a shot of you fixing your pipes? Or can you give us a shot of, and they would go to the most damaged, worst places. And then whenever FEMA come in, they rerouted it to look how things are changing.
Yes.
So and that's why I resigned. I was like, no, this is not a part of what, this is not what I signed up for. So if you look at my record, you'll see that I resigned it while FEMA was doing federal disaster management in Fredericksburg, Indiana.
Yep. And again, just to show you, I won't go long, just to show you like how many different channels that if you don't do the work, I'll do it for you. This is the other channel, and it has 17,000 subscribers. So it's a lot of people still. And as you see, there we go, talking about 9/16. They made it close to like 9/11 kind of. That's, I think, the agenda as well. 9/11, 9/16. And it's named under Dearborn Muslim mayor gets into a squabble with a non-Muslim hold on. Yeah. So here we go. I'm going to show you just a little bit, and you'll see what I was talking about. Why one word, one man can start this shit up, and it just goes wild. Like you said, weather media.
Yes.
So here we go.
Dearborn resident Ted Barham raised concerns about renaming Warren Avenue after a local Arab American leader at a city council meeting last week. Mayor Abdullah Hammoud unleashed his fury. It seemed very provocative to have those signs up there, Barham, the resident said, pointing to prior remarks from Osama Siblani, editor of the Arab American News. It's almost like having maybe a street that's Hezbollah Street or Hamas Street. Hezbollah bombed the embassy in Beirut, including many Americans. So I just feel like it's quite inappropriate. Oh, we've got to get the board right here. Hammoud, the mayor, did not hesitate in attacking Barham, blasting the constituent as an Islamophobe, according to WJBK. Although you live here, I want you to know as mayor, you're not welcome here, Hammoud said. The day you move out of the city will be the day I launch a parade celebrating the fact that you moved. Siblani, he's the editor of the Arab American News, a close confidant to Governor Gretchen Whitmer, sometimes called.
All right, I won't go into full, but I'm just showing you a little bit, another channel that has nothing to do with like our YouTube or main media. Yeah, go ahead.
Just a second before you do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Notice he addressed city council first.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he couldn't get the platform from city council, he went up the chain.
Good observation. Yeah. Now, here's one thing I would tell you. You know how they're claiming that this whole thing is about that the mayor approved, I guess, or celebrated, not approved, actually celebrated the 25-year work of Osama Siblani, which he's the co-founder, CEO of the Arab American News, which is in Dearborn, the biggest news. Now, what you don't know, just to show you how far this goes, right? Mm-hmm. They're claiming that he has ties. They're implying at least that he is supporting Hezbollah and Hamas, a terrorist organization, which I agree they are. But do you know who invited Mr. Osama Siblani to go with them to another country as a person that can speak to other countries? Mr. Biden, the president himself.
There you go.
Yes. So if the president himself, which is a liberal, and this guy's most likely a liberal, if the president took him and probably pay for everything and probably whatever, pay the money, whatever the case may be, to go to another country and be with him, why are you calling this person, he's attached to Hezbollah as a terrorist, why are you not calling the president also a fucking terrorist?
Well, you've seen the agenda socially that the Biden administration set as a president for the United States.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything from, you know, pronouns to LGBTQ to,
Yes.
you know, he was making literal words, crimes, and opinions about someone else's way of life. You couldn't have one.
Exactly.
That's socialism.
That's what exactly I'm talking about. Socialist agenda, socialism. That's like we discussed the other day. And I know people may not see it. I'm trying my best to bring the awareness from my time. And I have looked deeply into this. And I know all these people in terms of from the media, in terms of from the community. I mean, and not only that Mr. Biden got in touch with Mr. Osama Siblini. Here's a question for you. Osama Siblini has been on record stating that what the other guy said, that he I guess promoted that from Michigan or Jenin, which is somewhere in you know, Lebanon or Israel, somewhere in that area, that people should stand up for their rights, fight with rockets, hands, whatever the case may be, or all that, right? And he also told the Trump administration, this is recent and before, that if you want to come after me, have the FBI investigate me and come after me. So here's the question. And this is like 12 years prior to this incident. This is from the old Trump when he got picked, and now Trump again and Biden. So we're talking about 12 years.
Yeah.
If Osama Siblini, like they're claiming he is on the internet, just to show you how much, like Texas said and I said, how much they're playing you people. If he's a terrorist, why haven't they booked him?
Exactly.
It's been 12 years. Why are they allowing them the whole 12 years to make these things? And also, he's also in charge of pretty much making sure every I wouldn't say every Palestine event that people got together and went to downtown and said against Israel, all the shit they were doing, like free speech. Yes, Osama Siblini is in charge. They put an altar out there. He's very connected in the community with almost everybody. All right. So why haven't they put him in jail? Why is he allowed to go? Why is he picked by the president? And now you're criticizing him and saying that Muslims in Dearborn are all pretty much terrorists. The mayor is a terrorist. He's approving it. All the bullshit.
Well, it's a part of the, you know, the agenda to divide and conquer. Now, what's going to be interesting is whenever this turns against the Christian state. Now, where you're at the moment and what you're exposing and the divide and conquer, the Hegelian dialectic, you know, even Machiavellianism that's involved in this, when this gets turned to the Christians and they're put on the chopping block as being extremists, which happened during COVID. If you remember, certain churches, you know, church leaders were arrested and you know, brought down because they kept their parish open or their congregation open during COVID. They were arrested. So this will eventually come full circle, and it will fall back into the patsy right now being the Christian state. The opposition being the potential threat and danger of what the Muslim community could do. So they're just playing one against the other, using the uninformed American people who aren't there to witness all this or don't understand the tactics that are being used, are manipulated into believing such a thing. And, you know, that spreads contempt, a disdain, prejudice, a bias. I mean, every aspect. But it's all for an agenda. And the agenda is beginning with a socialist type agenda, which leads to a communist type agenda, which leads to a totalitarian type agenda, which leads to a 1984 or a Brave New World type agenda. And that's Huxley.
I agree. And here's one thing I would also compare. If Mr. Osama Siblini is such a terrorist, right, like they're all claiming he is, and he's not terrorist, like he's involved with supporting terrorist organization, right? And for the last 16 years, he's not been arrested, he's doing just fine, and the president has invited him to go with her. Why, for example, I'm going to show you the Department of Justice, after I debunked Snafu's Bazi complaint that the guy's not even from here, how come Bazi, as I'm going to show you right now, hold on, there we go, which way? This way. Bazi, this man was arrested in Germany. In Romania, I'm sorry, charges unsealed against special designated global terrorist Mohammed Bazi in Talal Shanini. And this is February 24, 2003. And it says, real quick, I'll tell you that, let me see what's important in this. Well, it says New York on January 27, 2003, relates to Mohammed Bazi and Talal Shanini activities in the United States as directed from Lebanon, whatever the case may be. But what I'm saying is, but Mohammed Bazi was arrested. Why? They haven't arrested the other guy. Is it because he's not a terrorist, or is it because they're allowing it? What is it? I'm just answering the question.
I think it's part of the agenda. I mean, the same way with Ghislaine Maxwell. You know, she was obviously involved with whatever Epstein was involved with, but still the flight logs haven't been released. Ghislaine's sitting in what is considered basically a Hilton instead of a prison, and this administration is protecting that vicariously through through distractions and misinformation, directional misinformation, to keep that hidden. And they're going to do the same thing with this type of situation. It's a political ploy. Protect the guilty, create the narrative, and follow through with the agenda.
Exactly.
And it happens to fall on, Muslims at this moment directed towards Dearborn in Michigan. But see,
Yes.
I just live down the road from you, and believe me, if it was that big of a deal, it would be bleeding over, or I would be aware that there was this type of movement, because when they first started these allegations a few years ago about, the sin and vice police and Sharia law neighborhoods, and, I was like, whoa, hold on, in America? And I really started examining it. And that's whenever I started understanding, the different factions of Muslims, the different idealisms, the Sunni, the Shiite. Then I had a cousin that married a Muslim. And then eventually I got to understand, that they're just another part of a patsy movement that is being utilized by the government, such as the Christian church uses the Satanists. The Satanists don't bother Christian churches. We don't burn churches down. We don't go kill Christians.
That's very true.
But to hear tell, we are the most horrific things to the Christian church that ever existed. And when a Christian sees me on the street with my upside down cross and my pentagrams, immediately I get heated resistance. And that's exactly the same thing they're trying to build with the Muslim community.
Exactly. And just like you got heated resistance in jail, as a Satanist, they also,
Yes, absolutely. They violated my religious freedoms for doing a ceremony.
Exactly. It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. Like, I can show you more videos about this, but I think I showed enough to show that the tactics, and also to compare them. Because if you watch the first video I played, the lady from Fox, did you hear her say that he's a terrorist sympathizer, like Snafu would say?
Exactly. But then, that's why I push the agenda as being Snafu is a socialist sympathizer. And he borderlines on even recruiting communist sympathizers and national socialists into his crew 101 or Snafu crew, or, whatever he considers his organization. He considers himself an organization on a public platform.
Yeah. So I want to also kind of connect the dots here for you. That's why I'm saying it very clear. Snafu, Snow, and others. I want to say the others' names because the main two right now
Venus is already, while you're doing this stream right now, Venus is already posting against you.
She's posting what?
She's doing community posts right now against you.
Yeah, she can. She's going to try to protect herself. You know why? Because she went on her channel when she got mad and texted me 47 times and told me to fuck you and all the stupid shit. She said, because
47 times. Oh my God, that's extreme. She's done that to me. I told her, stop texting me. Do not text me anymore. And she continued to do it.
I didn't want her on the panel, right? After I exposed some things that she was involved in, right? She got so mad, she made a stream and said, Rhetoric, the terrorist. So I'm addressing you, Venus. I'm addressing Snafu. I'm addressing everybody. As you see, one man that came to Dearborn City Hall, now we have a situation. And for you to play with that word and profile me as a Muslim and keep saying I'm a terrorist when I know I'm not, because if you all even understand the law at all or even look for it, you would look into MIMRI organized institute that does this. It's media institution for radical things that happen on the internet. They watch everything. It doesn't matter if it's a Muslim, Christian, they're watching everything. So if there was in any way me involved with anything like you're claiming I am, which I'm not, believe me, I would have been a phone call and somebody that came here, a lot of stuff would have been different. So stop with your false narrative, false claims, and stop using the words against me. And then also attach them to other people that they're terrorists as well, and my neighbors. All that.
Our last post 3 minutes ago was a cease and desist against you, Unslaved Truth. And then the one before that, 14 minutes ago, since I'm blocked from defending myself from Unslaved Truth, she goes into a entire, basically a rant about you and, you know, the social media drama that took place.
Yeah.
So she's trying to backpedal and protect.
Exactly. And I think I mentioned her name today, maybe 2 or 3 times. If I'm right. I mainly been focusing on the Dearborn situation and the agenda, and I mentioned Snafu and Snow. As you see, Venus, I didn't put your name in there. All right, I left it out, but I just included you because you did make a stream saying Tardik the terrorist. So I'm making sure anybody that
she's making some pretty. When I said you were terrorizing me because you called me a liar, you know, I mean, why would she use the word terrorizing?
Yeah, what the hell? That's what I'm saying. They're trying their best now to backpedal. How am I terrorizing you when I called you out on your shit on an open platform? It's my channel, and I just blocked you. And I told you that day that you would be allowed on the panel after I'm done because it was me, Access, and 4 other people discussing something that was very important. But you couldn't hold your feelings. You texted me 47 times, very bad shit, and told me I better apologize to Gigi and all kind of shit. And now I'm terrorizing you? No, I'm not. I'm making sure everybody sees the truth. If you are calling somebody, especially me in this community as a Muslim, and going to my neighbors, knocking, when you know the subject is super sensitive for the community, you call me a terrorist? I'm just saying, it's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
Well, she's holding you responsible for you did a great job of fragmenting the communities even more. Now there is no community.
The question would be, was there ever a community, Venus? I can count on my fingers the people I could trust or say they're doing something good on the internet. Give me a fucking break.
Exactly.
Well, I'm just letting you know, and this was while we were doing this broadcast.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciate it. Actually, I told you they're all watching, they're all lurking, and I told you before, if you think that there's not steps being taken in terms of analyzing, putting things together, screenshots, all the stuff you've been saying, even though I've been quiet and have not said a single word in terms of reacting to people knocking on my door and all those shit that you guys been saying, Snafu and Snow and everybody else, and Cynthia and Bax, all of you, and Cage said he's gonna go fuck my daughter and call me also all kind of shit, right? There's a reason why I'm very calm, composed, because I'm making sure I'm gonna hold you responsible and accountable for the bullshit you're doing against me, Access, and some other people.
Yeah, I was supposed to be going into a nursing home today, but I get a call early this morning that there was a problem with the fax. And it turns out that in the chain of that command, they accidentally put down one wrong number in the fax number list. So now that I managed to get people involved in this, suddenly they're expediting it. Information is being exchanged and the proper fax number is being represented now. Because I got contacted by my doctor, my state, and the nursing home. And I was like, hey, I did everything I was supposed to do. This is on your end. Now what's the problem?
Exactly.
And it was one number. Now really?
One
really
number.
One number.
Well, now they're delaying it?
No, I'm trying to expedite it to get in there this evening.
Yeah, I see.
But that one number, you know, had that not been caught, could have jeopardized me going into, you know, the medical care I need.
They would have said it's your negligence and assuming, right? They were blaming it on you and said, hey, you fucked up, right?
Well, that's what they were trying to do, but it turned out, no, that's not the case. They've depleted my physical health, pushing me to doctors and x-rays and exams and checkups. And, okay, the last time I went into a nursing home, I was in there in less than 24 hours.
Oh boy, not that again.
We lost you, Derek.
Yeah, I'm here. I know. I'm gonna get some heat on this. Don't think I'm not. I already know from signals and all the shit they're doing. I already know.
Yeah, I have been. I've been meeting opposition all the way around. As a matter of fact, I now do audio phone check-ins with the court now because my health is depleted to the point where I can't make it to the courthouse. I cannot physically get there. And now that they know that I'm going into a nursing home, they're freaking, And I was like, well, you guys done this. I mean, you're the one that I was 2.5 years. I was bedfast. And now you want me to dance? I don't think so. You've destroyed my physical health. You destroyed my livelihood, my well-being. And what, you just want to sit back and
Relax.
continue, fuck that. No, that's why I started raging with information. And I don't care how far I take this. And, I'm just very appreciative that you're there with me.
No, I am. And I don't care how far they go. I will stay here.
We've had our phone calls recorded.
Everything.
They tapped us. They've tried to, redirect and subjugate our information. They've tried to discredit us. Tarek, anybody with a fucking brain whatsoever that's watching can see that this is a socialist agendaed operation.
Yes.
With political motive.
Exactly. And here's the thing, Access. Like, these people, for example, not only they tried their best to do it this way, they've tried many tactics with you, me, and maybe some other people, but mainly you and I, and Lena, of course, when they, with her child and other people. But the point is, they have, why would Paul unslave the fake truth or the
Tarek, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. Not mainly you and Axis. Are you guys out of your mind? I'm the main target of all this. Did you hear me? My family and myself were targeted because my family knows Mike Strutton's buddy, my deceased brother's best friend and business partner, who's best friends with Mike Strutton, Oracle programmers. Okay, so the target was always on me and me to be the lamb to expose all this with the charity veteran fraud, and that's why they came down heavy. You were never in the picture. You have no idea how much targeting. I have it all recorded, and I can go find the videos. And every single event that I've been targeted, every time I was targeted, I've documented it, and there's a video out there, either in my hard drives, in my Google base, or on my YouTube channels. So don't say that you two are the top targeted ones, because that's just not facts whatsoever. James Munder and I were the top targeted ones that I've seen so far. I'm not saying that you guys haven't been targeted, because obviously you have. But don't say, oh, mainly me and Rat Blood and then Lena has. Lena's not really been targeted at all, and I've been calling that for years and asking why Lena and Snafu never get targeted, but I was the biggest target, and I got targeted all the time. Like, from my family in real life, my children, to my animals, to my house, to my vehicle, to my place I live, I'm being watched. Like, they're doing all kinds of shit. Do you guys get code called on you 3 times in a matter of so many months? Like, I have had code called on me 4 times because they're watching me. And they tell me they're watching me. I have it documented in the chats. So they are, because we're getting the calls and they're being traced and tracked. So not worried.
He is allow Red 40 to call me Rhetoric in the chat nonstop every time for 3 years.
Well, Paul hung himself yesterday. I don't know if you knew
Oh,
that
yeah.
or not. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Jack hung himself. Sandy Machine hung himself. Paul hung himself. At least Landry was, you know, stupid enough not to open his mouth. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know if he's been observing, but he didn't open his mouth about anything. Nor did I submit to anything. You know, I just said, I appreciate your forgiveness. You know, just to test the mantle of them as being, you know, men of their word, and to carry out their narrative of peace, love, and, you know, well, now we got you on record.
How is this peace? Remember, yeah, go ahead.
And
no,
I
here's
say,
the question I asked. Remember, go ahead. I'm sorry, Access.
No, you're fine, Terry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. I want you to finish your point, because your point is very clear and mine will be clear. Go ahead.
You know, now they have to stand by that. And if they detour from that, you know, that forgiveness, that open want for communication and acceptance and love, and that, you know, they don't hold anything against me. And I even revealed the difference between Access Rat Blood and Glenn Monday.
Yeah.
And, you know, Paul was there. I even confronted Paul about it, and then he came
And
to
he
your
said,
camp. You know?
Yeah, and he went crazy and lied repeatedly, saying, for example, here's the lie, Paul. I was trying to respectfully tell you yesterday. You came on here as soon as I cornered you and asked you, why do you claim to be a truther and all about the law, and you're allowed to be with the Snafu Snap, whatever, right? Right away, you said, oh, you're trying to control me. You didn't answer the question, deflected. Then you said, oh, all you care is about views. That's why you want me here. When you know Paul for the past maybe 3 weeks, this channel has been cleared of all the drama. I don't care about numbers. If numbers come up, they would have to be the correct people, the good people that actually listen to stuff, information, was not the fucking drama bullshit. No more hen house, none of that. So if by you even stating that, that puts like a little taint on your, or a big taint on your fucking name as a truther, because you know my channel is not about drama. It's not about numbers. It's not about that, especially lately.
And anybody that's been paying attention with an unbiased observation would recognize that, you know, just as like when we address the hen house, you know, now Venus is throwing up, well, you destroyed the community. No, what we did was took a bunch of drama, deterrent, information obstructing individuals, and removed them from a platform. Period.
Sorry, Access. I didn't know Venus was in the back.
Am
I
I
just
allowed to
Venus.
speak yet about this after you're trashing me over here?
No, you're allowed to speak. Go ahead.
First off, to clump me into a group with Snow and Snapper is outrageous. And secondly, to call me a liar like you did and make a big deal about it and put it up on a live stream about Gigi, it's just outrageous how you just would not let me respond, would not let me defend myself. And now you keep mentioning my name with these people who are my enemies, who have called me a pedophile for 4 years. You have some nerve, Tarek. I called you a misogynist. You are, no, I don't want to hear from you, Access, because I never did anything to you. I thought we were actually friends until you started trashing me. So I'm talking to Tarek right now, if you don't mind. I meant with that video that you were acting like a terrorist against women. It had nothing to do with religion or race. I am not a racist. So get it straight. Oh, where did he go now? I've listened to you guys talking about me all of these days, and you know, I'm a person who comes and defends myself. So you could keep talking shit about me and grouping me into with people who are zebras, and I was never a zebra. I've always stayed very steadfast to who I am. And I allowed Tarek into my area of the panelverse, and he destroyed it. He destroyed Gigi, what was left of Gigi, and now he's trying to destroy me, which doesn't matter to me because I really don't care about YouTube. It's been a nightmare and a bunch of backbiters and a bunch of accusations and a bunch of I don't know, cop callers. What's up with you guys? All calling the cops on each other. It's something I'm not interested in being a part of. Not only that, on record, I do not support any sort of things that have been going on, especially people going to people's homes or knocking on doors. So get it straight. It amazes me how people could be your friend 1 minute on this platform, the next minute you are like, oh, getting thrown under the bus, be talk shit about, bunch of lies, get grouped in with people who you don't even relate to, or you don't even talk to because all they do is slander you. So that's all I have to say. Just leave me out of it. Leave me alone. I never lied about anything or Gigi for a fact. You were so quick to jump on that. You didn't even give Gigi the benefit of the doubt. Now she's off of YouTube completely. And you have no idea the devastation that went on after that in her mind of what you guys did to her when she thought you guys were her friends. So it's just despicable. And just leave me alone. I'm telling you to cease and desist and leave my name out of it.
Oh, she's so innocent. Wow. Let me bring up some receipts. Hold up. That pissed me the fuck off. Sure did. I had some receipts on Snow, but we'll go back to these other fucking receipts. Because you know what?
Okay, I don't know what happened to Carrot.
Crybaby fucking ass, lying ass. She wants people to think she's so
Hopefully he'll be
innocent,
back in a
never did
second, but
anything, right?
she requested
Wrong.
that I remain silent. I did. Now let's see if she remains
That
silent
shit pisses me
and quits
the fuck
posting.
off. Yeah, it does. Oh my god. Let me go find my receipts that I had found.
Don't throw fuel on a fire if you don't want it to burn.
Right?
And I never claimed ever to be anybody's friend. I only am a temporary ally. I represent myself only. I'm not a role model, not someone to look up to. I never claimed to be. Receipts for that are all over my channel with each of my live streams.
Oh, here's some words.
So don't assume that we're associates, friends, or other. Anyone.
Oh, he told you, Venus.
And since there is concern about Gigi and her disposition and her being off the internet, I think that's a good thing. And now that leads me to doing a reveal on the text messages that were sent back and forth between me and her while she was supposed to be in a coma. And we'll expose some truth there. So that way everybody knows that there were very highly false allegations going on and a lot of deflection and protection. I've got the receipts.
He's got the receipts, yo.
Deceptive tactics are not going to be accepted. And I hope you understand, especially you, Christos. You know, we've come a long way. I see you in the chat. I see you commenting. I appreciate your comments, especially in support of Tarek, Tommy, you know. But no, I don't have friends. I don't keep associates of that nature. I am an independent individual with my own perspective, and I may have temporary allies at best. So no offense to you, Christos. I do appreciate your growth. I do appreciate your awareness. I do appreciate your perspective, especially now. But it doesn't mean that, I'm associated with any individual. I am my own
Here we go.
individual.
Robot? No. Am I good?
Yeah, you're still roboting a bit.
One second. Something.
Yeah, you're still roboting.
Damn, I can't find that shit right now. It don't matter. Oh, wait. Maybe it's over here.
Let me know when you got a clear signal.
Venus shut? No, won't let me. Not on that. Okay.
And I want to make it abundantly clear, and I'm sure Tarek will absolutely back this statement. Me and Tarek are just temporary allies in a certain agenda that we're exposing, a certain factual base of potential, we'll call it an agenda. And that's what brought us together. We are not friends. We are not a team. We are just temporary allies working on the same project. Do not ever mistake that. And I even tell Tarek himself, do not trust even me. There you go. Tarek he's at the present, restarting his system and rebooting. He got completely kicked, and he has to reconnect. So I'll hold his StreamYard open, but that is my identification as to my involvement in this. It is to expose an agenda, a state of infrastructural implications, and a directive that holds a highly technological and a infrastructural base that they are developing by design. $11 lurkers and no comment. Quite interesting. That's 11 people that buy the fundamental facts of things that could address this situation, especially in this open forum of chat that's going on. But that tells me that that's 11 people propagating inactivity and passivism for the agenda and for the narrative that's being set. politically, socially, and other. So you have absolutely given your disposition, and I'm sure that it will be revealed through various streams by these lurkers, and they will comment it, and they will definitely reveal themselves for who and what they are and their role in this agenda. We are taking extremely careful observation. Good to have you back.
Let's hope I'm clear.
Yes, you are.
All right, perfect. I don't know. I got kicked. I couldn't even get back. I don't know what Venus says, but I'm sure she said what?
I don't know. She told me not to respond, so I didn't.
Oh, okay. I'm sure she said what? Okay, no big deal. So here you go, Venus. You keep on coming up here saying that how dare I call you a liar, right? Do we all have free speech, right? Like if I believe you're lying about something, I'm not attacking you. I'm just attacking I'm stating the lie. So I wasn't trying to terrorize you, like you said, right? And the thing about Gigi, when we brought that up last time, I told you, and Access made it very clear, that when we were not going to ever support a lie, and we found out things were not 100% correct, I had to say the truth. That's how I work.
Yeah. He had to say the truth, guys, which was the truth. And it was like, even yesterday, they all talked about it. And Kate brought it up like, oh, Kim's sister was trying to protect her and making up all these lies. Well, I think they're both involved in it, but whatever the case is, who does that and why? So it doesn't matter, but if she just wants to come clean and come back, say, oh, I'm sorry I made up all those lies, and say, I don't know why, or tell us why, then we'll listen. But other than that, I don't want to hear the lies, and lies.
You're not saying Gigi and all that. Going to get this fixed. But here's the situation where you say, like, how did I block you? I just yelled at you up on panel when I saw you in the back. So let me show you when I told Venus to please just calm down after I took her wrench away and told her and blocked her. So that just calm down. I'll let you up on panel after we're done. What she texted me. Give me 1 second. Let me go full screen.
You're roboting a little bit.
Sounds very cray. Sounds very.
You do not want me to talk.
Whacked.
Hold on, Access. All right, could you see that or no?
No.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, what happened? It froze? Wow, these people. Now they're freezing my camera.
Mm-hmm.
Tarek, I did let them know that we are temporary allies. We are not associates or friends.
Yes.
And that we're pursuing this endeavor for the factual nature of it. That we are not buddies.
Exactly.
That we do not hold the same opinions outside of certain areas. But we mutually come together to collaborate on this because we felt that the facts needed to be revealed.
Exactly. And for some reason, they froze my camera now, which is it's fine. They're going to play all kind of fucking games. I'm not going to restart it. But the thing is, Venus sent me like 5 or 6 finger fuck you emojis after I told her just to calm down. I'll let you up on panel. We can talk about it. And then she called me a liar. Then she said many things. I mean, many. I can go on and on. And hold on 1 second.
Well, she did say that, we ran Gigi off of the YouTube, and that devastated her. So now I'm
stop that. Gigi ran herself off YouTube, okay? Because what the hell is going on? Why is she making up all these stories, or her sister, or whatever? Who does that? Who makes all those sock accounts? Who's running off? Why are you scared? What's going on here? Gigi ran herself off. Take accountability.
going to do a reveal on the text messages between me and Gigi while she was supposed to be in a coma, while she was supposed to be struggling, while she was supposed to be in a hospital, locked away, and
Yep, the same song and dance, but different weeks. Give it a couple weeks, then it's another story, and it's another story. It's like the boy who cried wolf, nobody believes because you cried wolf for so long already, for as long as I've known you almost. And it's like to this point. You know, it's just like, it's like hypochondriac bullshit, but there's more to it. There's something behind all of it. I'm not sure, but nobody does that for any reason unless you're a hypochondriac or something in between. Just saying.
And such forth. No. Now I'm going to go ahead and release those texts in either a post or a stream, a short,
receipt,
or maybe even a whole stream. To let everybody know they were deceived, lied to, and manipulated.
Yep. And here's the thing: after you try just to expose one lie, now let's just say I'm wrong, right, Venus? Let's just say I'm wrong. That's why I was going to allow you up on panel that day, because I'm not always correct. I can make a mistake. You would say, get up there and respectfully address me and say, hey, this is where you're wrong. It's going to happen. And then we'll go there. But no, you can even wait. You text me so many bad texts. I'm not going to go through all of them, and called me names, called me creep, and all kind of shit. And at the end, you said it twice. You called me a creep and said, I have no problem turning you in to my sheriff. You are not bullying me or Gigi. When did I ever bully you or Gigi? I barely spoke about you in the past 10 days. Even today, the title is not named after you, but I named the people that use the word terrorist. That's it.
No, she's just trying to associate herself in. It's her mannerism of trying to be a victim in this, whenever she actually is one of the implementers of disruption, distraction, and you know, if she wasn't, then she would not involve herself in such an arena.
Thank you, Access and Rhetoric, like I've been showing and have receipts for 4.5 years.
Posting and adding fuel to the fire.
Exactly. I didn't go after her today at all. I said just the fact that she said the terrorist word, that you should not play with that lightly, especially when someone.
She claims that I'm a neo-Nazi and is posting it all over her channels. Her channel when I'm even locked up in. She's posting that I'm an anti-Semite over and over and over when I broke up with Randy, and then Snow did it and they tag teamed me, labeling me as an anti-Semite, trying to get me killed. Are they out of their minds? As a neo-Nazi? This is what I've been screaming to everybody. And now you know how it is. Now you know how it feels. That's what I'm saying. I have the receipts. Like, hello. And where did they get that photo? My ex-boyfriend's passing things around from my past, from a photo shoot when I was in a band with 2 chicks for a photo shoot, a artistic photo shoot with all kinds of artistic things. Not just that, it was when I was 19 years old. And then they're turning it around into something that was an art photo shoot to I'm a neo-Nazi and now I'm a terrorist and I'm siding with somebody that has a safe house, a Muslim that has a safe house, and he's got a grow house, and what else? Oh, and then he knocks on the guys and Tarek's neighbors and then tells them all that we're terrorists and names my name, my full name on his stream, and telling these neighbors in Michigan. Meanwhile, he's telling me he's going to show up my door, talk to my landlord, and then he wants to poke my eyes out and sew my mouth shut. And not metaphorically. You meant it. The times that I have you recorded when you first started making all the statements of poking my eyes out and sewing my mouth shut. Oh, you were for reals. The anger was there. You can't lie to any jury about that. Sorry. Don't work like that.
One isn't, especially what you see is happening as I've been exposing what's going on just in the Dearborn area and all the media with just one person doing what he's doing. You know,
and then nothing to do with her.
Yeah. And then she threatened me again. She said when I went talking to my partner. He's gonna talk to the sheriff and make sure this is gonna be live. They're gonna watch it or some shit like that, right? It's an open platform. Everybody can watch it. Why are you telling me that? This is again a tactic you use, and just like Snow and Snafu and others, they use to try to make you fear. I don't fear you or anybody else. I don't do wrong.
Yes. So what these people do, see, is they go for your families and your children, and then they label you as either a terrorist or anti-Semite. Yes. So the thing is that Venus got called maybe a pedo by Snafu. I'm not sure if she had. I'm not always where Snafu is, but he has been caught calling people straight up pedos and stuff. Like he used this full word pedo, where I've never done that. Oh no. There's only one. There is only. Unless I really think you're one, then. But no. I've never called her that. There's never one time on record that she has me calling her a pedophile. Sorry. She's lying. Snafu has been running around saying pedophile sympathizer since I adjusted his ass about a year ago or more about it. But he was at one point, about a year and a half ago, straight up saying so much shit online. He was going cray. Making death threats, calling people straight up pedos. So, that's that. So now we're going to go back to this video because it's only got a little left. And then I think Goblin's streaming at 10 if he doesn't get drunk and fall asleep before his stream starts.
Go after people like you people do. I respect people.
Yeah, and any law enforcement officer is allowed to watch YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she tried to also say evidence of people talking shit about me, but besides that, I'm just going to be completely invisible, right? And then she said, and now that crazy Apple Media guy is also saying my name over and over again. I don't want to be involved. If you don't want to be involved, why did you text me? This was a little bit before what happened. Why did you have to text me 47 times and not wait just like 10 minutes?
Yeah, why did they go to his channel? If he was so monstrous,
yeah, went to his channel,
which we
scared.
exposed, they ran to his channel.
Exactly.
And none of them are exempt from what I'm able to expose on YouTube. I mean, none of them. And now I'm going to go ahead and release the GG text so that everybody can see they were lied to, manipulated, and deceived.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. After the end of the text, right? Look what she said. This is what shows you that somebody that really cares about, like, say, her being defamed or me talking about her or me, oh my God, I said a lie. She went crazy, right? She said in this text, how dare you call me, how dare you call me childish or anything? In your stupid chat, just wait. Thanks for the content. Firing up my channel. I have a lot of previous live streams where you and Alina are attacking me. She's talking about 2 years ago when one time with Snafu, I said, I was by myself though. I said she was into witchcraft. That's all. Never called her out of her.
Into witchcraft.
Yeah, that's all I said.
Snow both. Or not Snow, but her and Sky. Both claim to be into witchcraft, as well as Mad Mystic. Now, Mad Mystic did say that was a character type act.
Yeah. So I'm just showing you, like, just from the wording itself, and I didn't see those until I was done with the stream. Like, you really couldn't wait, Venus, just 15 minutes till I was done with the panel, have you up if we can discuss it? You really couldn't wait. You have to go through all this and all this stuff, and that's why I'm not going to even bring you up anymore. I mean, your name, because I just made sure I brought up today to show you that using that word when somebody's not, as you see what's happening in Dearborn, as a very populated Muslim community, somebody to make those claims like Snow and Bad Apple and others, Snafu, it's not a good thing for you guys because it could be jail.
Yes, and absolutely. And, regardless of whether, she knew about Gigi's condition not being truthful, I'm not going to lie for people. I will keep your information, anonymous, but whenever I'm expected to lie, I'm not going to. I'm not going to lie for anyone on these platforms.
Exactly. And you shouldn't have to, ever. You or me or anybody that has any morals or ethics or,
They're still messing with you. There you go.
Oh man, this is getting fucking frustrating. They keep kicking me. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show you how to upgrade your security.
Yeah.
Because they robot you, they kick you, they're doing all kinds of basic tactics against you.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all. Yeah. Go ahead.
I will definitely do the best I can to help you upgrade your security so that they're not able to do that.
I appreciate it, Access. Yeah, I wasn't even talking about Venus once today. I just want to address that nobody should play with that word lightly and allow it to be on panel everywhere. And on top of that, defame the character. Not you, Venus. I'm talking about the other people. I'm not saying you defamed me, but I'm saying you used the word terrorist. The other people are using the word terrorist and coming knocking on doors, tracking my daughters, neighbors, all kind of stuff. So I have to address it that way. It applies to everybody.
Well, what I seen was whenever you ran the hen house out of your channel, the hen house ran to Bad Apple Media to try and roost.
Yeah, and it's funny in the text prior to this before this happened, that's when Bad Apple Media came and knocked on my door. One time I texted, I was going live. She said, "Well, I don't want to be involved with this at all, and I want to stay out of this." I said, "I respect that." And then she said, "Well, as you see in the text, I'll post it if I have to on my thing, because obviously you're not gonna see it clearly on this one. I'll post it on my community page if I have to." That now you got crazy Apple Media mentioning my name over and over, but not even 2 days after you get in this situation with me and you're over his channel. Makes a lot of sense.
Well, it just shows the part of their hen house agenda, and I will continue to address it as a hen house agenda.
I love that. We have to coin that, Rat Blood. Hen house agenda. I freaking love that. Yes, I do. I've been laughing about you calling it the hen house. So I had an earbud. I found these earbuds. I don't suggest these earbuds or whatever, but somehow my son's left some by my computer, so I didn't know what they were, and I opened it up. I was like, oh. So I charged them, and they actually work. And I was listening to you guys while I was on the go earlier to Tag Office and all, and when you said hen house and stuff, I'm sitting in the Tag Office line laughing my ass off to this. Yeah, and hopping on different streams, clipping, and all that stuff. So it was funny. So coin that term, the hen house agenda. Go, Granny Cupcakes, go.
And the platform being the cock, generally a male.
Exactly. Yeah, but this is what I had to kind of go over today is I got the point across, I believe. And then also, anybody seeing what's happening, or whether it's Snafu, Snow.
Really bad.
No, they don't want me to talk. That's it. It's that simple.
Yeah, I know that we're exposing a political agenda, an administrative objective,
too much truth,
and we're also exposing, national media for what they're doing, which is very dangerous for us.
Some mad truth.
But these people want to put their disruption and their ego in here, and I'm sure they were sent here to do such.
Yes,
because we are exposing a much larger agenda, which goes to media, politics, religion,
mainstream, everything.
Yes, we are hitting on all the nodes. And not only are we hitting on those nodes, which are very dangerous nodes for us to be hitting on, we're also exposing a socialist agenda on YouTube.
Yes.
So, and for those 12 that are lurking, if you don't understand that, that is factual journalism. That is revealing a truthful agenda that has facts, fundamental basis, and can be proven. So lurk away.
Exactly. And if I'm not roboting, anything I showed you today, all you have to do is type in what I said to you. Type in, for example, how many Bazis were convicted of being a terrorist in Dearborn. You'll see exactly what I showed you. Go type in today, just today, how many people are just playing the Dearborn police thing, the Dearborn thing with the mayor. Over 25 to 30 different media outlets trying to push the agenda. And I'm unbiased. I even told you, I think the mayor could have answered it differently. I think the guy with the glasses is way more maybe mature of handling these things. I think maybe he was in his feelers. I'm not sure. He could have still answered it differently instead of saying, I can't wait until you're out of here or whatever in my town, which it's not his town. He's a public figure. Again, it's a lie. No mayor can kick anybody out of the town, out of the city you're in. They can't.
Well, there's another thing that you got to understand too, Derek. There's a separation of religion and state.
Yep.
So they cross the line with religion and state there.
Exactly. Bring in religion and profile me, many people, as Muslim. And also the same shit that you did to me. They did it on purpose to say I'm a Muslim and say, also, I don't know what he has in his house, maybe a bomb. Oh, well, Access had a bomb. So you guys made the narrative and make sure that me and Access were all. Yeah, this is
You're roboting. You're roboting really bad. You're roboting, Tarek. You can't even be. I can't even coherently understand what you're saying. Are you there, Tarek?
Yeah, could you hear me at all?
No, you completely went into a robot mode. And if you're speaking now, I can't hear you.
Yep, that was the end of that stream. So that was a good, very good stream. I wish that I could play Bad Apples, because the stream that he played yesterday about gang stalking and the techniques and things is very informative, except that he's flipping it around when he's like, we've been calling out them because they are, and then he's flipping it around and saying, oh, we are. No, sorry, you came to my channel and started your shit with your Coral Readiness, Marfugel's mod, when I found it out, and a week and a half, 2 weeks into me out, or a week and a half out, you both bombarded me 2 days back to back in a row in my chats. And then you've been bombarding me ever since in my chats. So I started making videos on you because you call me names, telling me I shouldn't be talking about charity fraud on veterans, things like that. You don't like it. And so then, you get triggered and you're in your feelers. So yeah, make me a video, yo. Just saying. And then you're calling people of Indian descent, racist remarks, just like you did in the other racist marks. Check out my shorts. Yeah. We can play those too. Why not? We'll play them tomorrow. I'll keep this video for this video to this. Anyways, I am going to, there's 10 of you guys in here now. Oh, I didn't think there was that many of you. You guys want to see, I would like to do Bad Apples, but yeah, I can't risk that. Would you like to see some of my shorts? Hold on, let me think about this for a minute. Yeah, we'll just review that another night. All right, you guys. Anyways, it's been a pleasure. If I come back, you'll see. Stay tuned for your little notifications. But anyways, I've been up and since last night because I had to go to court this morning and I couldn't sleep. So, and then I had to go to the tag office. So I am still up, but I'm going to go see what else is on and relax now because I've had a long day. And I'm still not tired, but I'm going to try to make myself tired. Try to relax these old bones, yo. So until tomorrow, be the change that you want to be and see. Okay? And fight the gang stalkers. Call out the criminals and the frauds and the traitors and the ones that are gang stalking, terrorizing people's families and children. Because, they're hurting their feelers, or somebody won't talk to them, or they're triggered, or, you know, maybe they're getting paid for it. So those entities are going to be exposed soon. So anyways, good night, guys. Sweet dreams.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me make it, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I'd like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.